let me just take that over again. Let me take it over again. Now, I said Bitcoin is the crown of all crypto, of all altcoins. At the pace at which Bitcoin is moving, every other coin will move. If Bitcoin is falling on a fast pace, every coin will fall alongside Bitcoin. Every other altcoin will fall alongside Bitcoin. Now, if Bitcoin is rising on a fast pace, I said all altcoins will also fall. Now, the question now is this: why should altcoin fall when Bitcoin is rising on a fast pace? Isn't that the question? Now, this is the answer I give. Please get your writing material so that you understand this part very, very well. Now, I made an example, and this is the example. Bitcoin at $10,000, other at $1 with 30,000 Satoshis. At $1, the equivalent of $1 to Satoshis is 30,000 Satoshis. Now, Bitcoin now moved from $10,000 to $20,000. I now said that ADA would come down from 30,000 Satoshis to 15,000 Satoshis. What happened? Now, Bitcoin doubled. ADA needs to come down half. Why should it come down half? So that it will still maintain that $1 value. Because the moment Bitcoin moved from 10,000 to 20,000, ADA at 30,000 Satoshis would be $2. Because Bitcoin had doubled the price, the value of ADA would have doubled as well. Is it understood now? So if ADA does not move down from 30,000 to 15,000, it means that Bitcoin at 20,000 Satoshis will give ADA $2 at 30,000 Satoshis. Bitcoin at $10,000 will give ADA $2 at 30,000 Satoshis because Bitcoin value has doubled. So the value of ADA will also double. Is it clear now? So in order to control inflation, you will see that whenever Bitcoin is rising fast, every altcoin will start falling. They will start falling. They will start falling until Bitcoin is stable. Whenever Bitcoin is stable, then you see that the altcoins will become stable as well. Is that clear? Now, if you understand, let me know. If you understand, let me know. If you understand, let me know. If you understand, kindly let me know. If you understand, kindly let me know. Send a message over and tell me that you understood and we continue. Please send me a message that you understood what I've just spoken about and we continue. Yes, understood very, very well. Very well. Who else got that? Who else got that? Who else got that? I have one person that said, okay, Mr. Nelson still doesn't understand. Okay, now he understood very, very well. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. Miss Sheung, do you understand? And every other person with me, do we all understand? Do we all understand? Do we all understand? Please, this is very, very vital. If you don't understand this part, it is dangerous. It is dangerous. So I will assume, okay, Raymond also understood that part. So I will assume that we all understood. So now, what is the implication of this? What is the implication of this? What does this refer to? What does this refer to? How do we put this into play? How do we put this into play? Now, this is it. During the course of this training on technical analysis, you will understand when Bitcoin is set to rise and when Bitcoin is set to fall. You will understand that. But then when Bitcoin is rising on a very steady pace, what do you do? Please get your writing material. What do you do? This is what you do. You get out of all altcoins and stand on Bitcoin. Get out of all altcoins and stand on Bitcoin. Few people here can bear me witness. As I'm speaking right now, they'll be understanding what I'm talking about. They'll be relating what I'm talking about to experiences that they've had. So now, this is the way it is. Whenever you see that Bitcoin is on a steady pace, or Bitcoin is about to climb on a steady pace, what you do is withdraw from every altcoin, stand on Bitcoin. Now, a smart person, that is what a smart person will do. Now, what you are doing is this: you are making extra money on Bitcoin so that when Bitcoin is stable and every other coins begins to climb, you join whatever coin you feel that is good for you and you start making more money with that altcoin, because Bitcoin would start to regulate itself, which means it will start coming down to a balance. So before it gets to that balance, the altcoins will start picking up. And that will give you much more money. So I'm done with that explanation. So Bitcoin movement is very, very key. This is where I will stop tonight. Bitcoin movement is very, very key in trading crypto. So before I go, I was talking about something earlier, that there are movements that are very important when it comes to crypto trade. We have 1 month movement, we have 1 week movement, we have 3 days movement, we have 1 day, we have 4 hours, we have 1 hour, and we have 15 minutes. All these movements are very, very important and essential to understand. If you don't understand it, it's going to be a very big problem. Now, let's go to 1 month. I'll quickly pick it up from 1 month. 1 month shows that, okay, this is what Bitcoin will do this month. That is what it means. 1 week shows that this is what Bitcoin will do this week. So to give you an idea of how to trade. 3 days shows that in the next 3 days, this is what we're expecting from Bitcoin. To give you an idea for 3 days. 1 day shows that, okay, today, this is what we're expecting from Bitcoin. Like my daily digest that I do, it's because of church that I stopped daily digest for a while. So when we finish up with the program at church, I will continue with daily digest. That actually helped a lot of people. So even me, it helps me to understand that, okay, this is what my trade will look like today. Then 1 day, 1 hour will give you, okay, for the next 4 hours, we'll give you that for the next 4 hours. This is what is expected of Bitcoin. 1 hour and 15 minutes, likewise. So let's pick it up for 1 month, and this will help us understand what we're expecting from BTC. Okay, as we can see that for the past, let's pick it up from here, from this dip. There was a huge dip, March 2020, when Bitcoin dropped to $3,775.58. Somebody is saying, wow, Jesus, I missed this. Everybody actually missed it. Few people who don't know about trade. Many of us got into crypto when we see that Bitcoin is doing very well, and people start talking about Doge, people start talking about this, people start talking about that. We feel like, okay, something is happening in this space. And everybody that is on Forex right now, 95% are on, if not 100% are on crypto. So fine. This is 1 month movement. What is 1 month movement telling us? What is 1 month movement telling us? This is what we can see. It's clear. It shows that we are heading down. Clearly, 1 month helps us understand that we are heading nowhere but down. So having the understanding that 1 month movement has given us an idea of us going down, there's an idea in our heart already. There's a way we trade this month already. But when we go down, we still make money, and that is why we are here. This is why technical analysis is very important. Now, this is 1 month. Let's go to 1 week. Let's go to 1 week. 1 month are giving us an idea of this is a falling time. This is a falling time. That's 1 month. 1 month has helped us to understand. Now, 1 week. 1 week. This is 1 week. What is 1 week telling us? What is 1 week telling us? As we can see here, 1 week shows that we are still going down. We are still going down. Now, today's date is 7 days make 1 week. So after 7 days, we pick up another candle. That's what it means. So this candle, this candle that I'm actually on shows 0503. So we pick this candle on the 3rd. So which will lapse on the 10th. So it lapsed on the 10th, we picked another candle. So this candle will lapse on the 17th. 7 days. So we are like, how many days from 17th? We are like 4 days from 17th. We're like 4 days from 17th. So in the next 4 days, we would be on this candle, either going up and down, up and down. I'm sure we wouldn't go below what we've done already. We'll go below what we've done already. From this point in time, Bitcoin will try to regulate itself. Will try to regulate itself. And on the new candle, though most of us will have idea of this, most of us will be able to talk about this as well after this class. On the new candle, what will happen is this. We will have a surge, and later on it's going to drop. We'll have a surge, and later on it's going to drop. So 1 week shows that we are coming down. What gives me the assurance of this, this information that I'm passing out? Now, when we look at our MACDA, somebody will say, what is MACD? MACD. MACD is moving average convergent divergent. Where is MACD? MACD. When we look at our tools here, yes, Raymond asked me about tools, and I'll tell you the tools that I use and why I use those tools. My most important tool when it comes to technical analysis is MACD. MACD. Sometimes I use Bollinger, but I'm not really a bowling person. Do you understand? My most important tool is MACD. And why is MACD most important? This is how you get to know. Now, when you look down, this is MACD. The stuff that looks like a moving chart. This guy right here, this one right here, this one right here. That looks like wave, not volume. Volume is what I just closed now. I just closed volume now. If I turn volume on again, you see volume. That's volume. Now MACD is what I turned off now. You see what disappeared now? That's MACD. That's MACD. That's what disappeared now. Now, when you look at MACD, you see that we have left the green zone. On MACD, we have left the green zone. At this point, we left the green zone. And we are slowly entering into the red zone. Now, I tell people that we've not seen fall yet. Greater fall are still coming. How do I know that greater fall are still coming? Now, when you look at your MACD, when you look here, you will see that now the candle is getting bigger. When you look down here, you see that we have 3 that are small and tiny. Now, the next one that comes after the 3rd tiny one is a little bit huge. Now, let's relate to when we're rising up. Let's relate to when we're rising up. Look at where my cursor is right now. You see that we have small green. This is when Bitcoin was steadily rising. Small green till we started having big green. So the same thing applies here. We start picking up from small red, but now the big red are showing up. Now, when this big red starts showing up, it will head down. It will head down, which shows that the deeper it goes, the deeper the price of BTC falls. So even with MACD alone, you can determine the perfect movement of each coin or the likes. But this is just Bitcoin that we are on. This is the same interpretation for every other altcoin, but I don't want to mix things up. That's why I'm taking it one after the other. So your MACD shows that Bitcoin is getting deeper, is entering into the red zone. More blood are still coming on the street of crypto. More blood are still coming. Now, how do you make money when more blood are still coming? We'll talk about that. Now, let's go to 3 days chart. Let's go to 3 days chart. Now, the good thing about 3 days is this. You'll see that on 3 days, we've entered into the red zone proper. We've entered into the red zone proper, but the candles are not still big yet. They're not big yet. They're still like trying to be big, but they're not really big yet. So now the drop that happened yesterday, this is a drop that happened yesterday. You see, it was bigger. Now I have an idea that this was going to happen. What happened yesterday? But then at the time it was going to happen, I was busy right here. Now, what gave me that instinct or the idea that we are going to fall deep yesterday? Here it is. Now, this is the last 3 days that we had. The last 3 days was stopped on the 5th. No, stopped on the 8th. On the 8th. So 3 days plus 8, that is the 11. That's 11. So we picked another candle on the 11th. We picked another candle on the 11th. And today is 13. Pick another candle on the 11th. On the 11th, which is going to span for another 3 days. So 11, 12, 13. 11, 12, 13. So picking the candle would definitely head deep. How would I know that it will head deep? Now look at this. Look at this. You see that from this deep here, from this deep here, the MACD looks like it was closing up. Looked like it was closing up. When it got to the tip of looking like we are heading into the green zone, there's another curve out. You see, there's another curve out, which shows that no, we are not going to green zone yet. We are heading deeper. So at this peak, we know that okay, we are done with moving up, trying to move up. It's time for us to go way deeper because we are actually going into correction. We are actually going deeper. If it was the time that Bitcoin was rising up, there wouldn't be a fear. Instead of this guy shooting out again into deep, this guy would carve out into the green zone. This guy will carve out into the green zone. But now it has picked another fall. So for the next, I don't want to scare us, but as it looks right now, for the next 3, 3, 3, the 2 more threes, for the next 2 more threes, that's 6 days, we would be heading deep. The next candle that is going to happen after this again will be another deep candle. And the next one that will happen again will be another deep candle. But 4 hours movement will make you understand this. You know that where we're coming from was, we are running out of time again. Where we're coming from was from 1 month. 1 month shows that we are entering into deep. We have an understanding of that. 1 week clarified how deep we are going and how soon we are going into the deep. Now, 3 days gave us a certainty that, okay, In the next this, in the next that, we are going into more deeper red. Now, one day, let's look at what one day would do to us. One day. Now, one day would give us a clearer understanding. And one day is very, very perfect for this explanation. Now, look at it from here. This was one. We entered the biggest dip here. The first biggest dip that we entered was here at 47,000. It was here at 47,000. Now, we try to balance things up here. This was the peak at 59,580. And you can see that as at here, 59,560, 61 was the tallest candle right here, followed by the next one. Then you'll see that from the next two, before the red, before the two red, you see that we started fading out. We started fading out. We show that we are fading out into the red zone. And finally, we entered the red zone here. That was yesterday. And overnight at 1 a.m., we picked on at 46,200. So what this is telling us is that more red are still coming from what we have here. As you can see, this is just two. This is just two. So we still have more red until we have a cover out like this one here. Until we have a cover out like this one here. So more red are still coming until we have a cover out like this one right here. Okay, that is one day movement. Please, all those things are the way you will start analyzing as well. That is why I said get your writing materials down so that when this finishes, you can go back to it. You can always go back to your writing material and reflect on them. Anyways, I'm recording this video. Probably after the record, I'll send it, I'll ask for our emails and I'll send it to our emails so that we can reflect on them. Okay, on the video rather. So let's go to 4 hours. Let's go to 4 hours. 4 hours movement is also very good. 4 hours movement shows that we are coming out. We are coming out of the red. We are coming out of the red. So we might actually come out of this red so that more altcoins would pick up, gain momentum, after getting those momentum, then they will fall again. So which is that once we come out of 4 hours into the green zone, then on the green zone, we head deeper again. So from now to tomorrow, we'll cover out of this. We'll cover out of this from now to tomorrow. So more altcoins. Now, Bitcoin looks more stable. It has been stable ever since we had the fall. It has been stable. There's no steady fall. So it has been, stable, giving room to other altcoins to come up, make their, their traders happy and the likes. So as 4 hours movement, then 1 hour movement, as you can see, 1 hour movement is more dangerous. It gives us more clue. It's like the nearest clue to falling. So here, when Bitcoin fell, we had a come out, then we had a fall again right here. Then now we are picking up again. So 1 hour shows that we are picking up, which shows that we are entering into the green zone again, which shows that every altcoin will enjoy a bit of picking up, a bit of making us happy and making our money. Do you understand? Now, 15 minutes, when you look at the MACD here, you see that 15 minutes also is picking on the green, green, just like 1 hour. Just like 1 hour is picking on the green, also 15 minutes is also picking on the green. So movement is important. Understanding movement will help you understand that, okay, this is how trade is going to look like. This is how trade is going to look like. Now, this applies to our coins as well. Now, remember what I said. If Bitcoin is not falling on a steady note, it doesn't really affect us. After it has fallen, boom, like what it did overnight around 1 a.m., after it has fallen and hits the bottom rock, what it does is that it starts moving up again. And at the point of moving up, we start seeing that our altcoins will start to stabilize themselves. And at the point where Bitcoin is, giving a little bit of room to altcoins, we just see it moving in a zigzag way. It won't go too deep, it won't go too high, it won't go too deep, it won't go too high. So that is a steady movement. So within this steady movement, you see that your coins will be doing very well. Now, the idea here is this, so that you don't miss out of trade. When Bitcoin dips, that is the only time you panic. After Bitcoin has dipped, and it got out of dip, get into the market to make money. That is where you make money, even while Bitcoin is falling. Once Bitcoin hits the bottom rock, it will spring up, try to balance up equations, give room for making money. Now, once it does that, it falls again after giving room to altcoins to rise and make people happy. It falls again. So this will help you to know that, okay, at this point, let me get out of this market. Wait until Bitcoin hits another bottom rock. So where do you hide when you get out of the market? That is the next question. That's the last thing I'll talk about. There's something we call USDT. There's something we call USDT. USDT is like standard for cryptocurrency. It's like standard for cryptocurrency. Sorry, let me mute. So, like I said, USDT is like standard for cryptocurrency. It keeps value. USDT stores value. Like Bitcoin that will just fall. USDT doesn't fall. It's steady. Steady. Even when Bitcoin fell from loses like $10,000, you still see USDT. Maybe you are like $3 out now. Tomorrow again, you see that you are $4 in. So that is the way it works. So where we hide ourselves is USDT. So when you see that Bitcoin has hit the bottom rock and it's time for you to get into the market, so you convert your USDT back into Bitcoin or USDT or ETH or BNB, then you get into the market and trade again. So when you see that, okay, I've made what I want to make, and I know that this time around, Bitcoin will start heading deep again, get out of the market, eat yourself in USDT again, like I would have done yesterday if this class was not on. So this stuff will time up now. The next minutes would be, couple of minutes would be for questions and answers. So thank you very much, everybody. And my name is Cryp-to-Davies once again, and this is what we do. Making money is what we do. Thank you. So it will end right now. We can join again after the class ends.